Hello there, friends, and welcome back to my channel. It is Amy here, and today I am going to create a two-page layout with you, and I am going to be using this collection right here. It's called You Are Enough, and it was a special with Close to My Heart, I think 2 years ago. Unfortunately, it is not available anymore, and normally I don't use papers that aren't available anymore, but these papers worked fabulous with the photos that I am going to document today. So here are the photos that we're going to be documenting today. And these are my daughter and her best friend from childhood went to the Taylor Swift concert last week. And it was actually 9 years to the day when this photo was taken. It was their last dance recital together before her best friend moved away, and here they are 9 years later going to Taylor Swift, driving themselves, getting a hotel room, and all the things. And as you can see from the photos, the colors in the photos, this collection worked fabulous with these photos. So these are the patterns, and then it did also come with a sticker sheet. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the sticker sheet. We'll see as we start creating, but I am going to create a interactive page, and I'm also going to be teaching some nesting color blocks. So stay tuned to the end of the video where I will demonstrate how this came to be. When I put the page together, I already have it made, but at the end of the video, I will do a quick demonstration. So I'm going to clear my desk and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is distress the edges of our base page. And we are going to do that using some household saran wrap and then the Spectrum Noir silver paint marker. So this is a really cool technique and super easy. I am taking my bullet point silver paint pen, and I am just getting some of that paint, because this is paint, onto a crumpled up piece of saran wrap, and then I'm going to distress the edges of my cardstock. And you can do as much or as little as you want of this. I thought this would be a cool look to represent the Eras Tour. So I'm just adding some more ink to my saran wrap and then going around and distressing the edges. Now I already did the edges of the other piece, and I will show you what it looks like, and then I will finish this one off camera. But you can see, you just kind of get a fun metallic-y distressed look to it. And depending on what look you're going for, I could see you using this for snow photos, for concert like I'm doing like all glittery, but all kinds of fun things to do with this pen. I'll finish the other page off camera, but before I do that, I also brought in one of the acrylic shapes that is part of the Flower Shop collection. The Flower Shop collection is in our core idea book, and I haven't really used much of this, and the collection has been available since last August. It comes with, the embellishment pack comes with some fun paperboard pieces. We've got the navy and then the wood grain. But what I'm using today on this layout is some of the white acrylic shapes that are included in this collection, as well as the pink. So I have got out the Love This. I have some banner pieces and some arrows. Now I'm not gonna color the arrows, but I already colored the bracket, not the banner, the bracket piece with the silver paint pen. Hopefully you're picking up that shine. And all I did was, let me pull in my all-purpose mat. I took my paint pen, and I just colored it in by, if you can see, I am just drawing lines because I want a nice smooth surface. And then what I'll do is let this sit to dry, and we'll test it and see if it's good before we add it to our layout. I did not have to give the bracket a second coat, so we'll just let this sit and we'll see if one coat will be sufficient. But that's all I did. I kept it going in the same direction so that it will dry smooth like the bracket. So I'll put that aside and then we'll move on to the next step. All right, so we have our 2 base pages done with that distressing, and I love the way that looks. We're going to go ahead and put that aside for a minute. And as I mentioned, this is going to have an interactive element to it. So I do have to give a shout out to fellow maker Susan Williams. She inspired me to create a layout like this, and I got the Cricut cut from her. And so what's going to happen is this is going to be kind of like a slider. So this is a tag, and it's going to slide up like that, and we're going to have pictures here. So what I am going to do to create that interactive, this, by the way, is the Periwinkle, taking my 3D foam tape, and I am running it across the edge of the back of that glitter paper. And the 1/4 inch is the perfect width for putting the, for fitting right where that cutout is. And I am lining it up towards the far edge, and I'm just going to make sure that this will slide easily. Yep, because the 2 sides kind of create a guide, a rail, if you will, for that tag. So we're going to go ahead and adhere this down, and then we'll create a shelf for our tag. And I'm going to have just a little bit peeking up over the edge. And then we can put some adhesive, some 3D foam tape there. So I'm going to use the 1/2 inch here to create that little shelf so that the tag, when we slide it up and down, this shelf will act as a stopper. Just like that. All right, so I pre-cut my pattern paper, and we are going to adhere that, about a 1/2 inch in from the right side and about a 1/2 inch down. So I'm going to get my adhesive, and we will adhere this, and I'm using my Versamat to line everything up. So a 1/2 inch in and about a 1/2 inch down, just like this. And then I did go ahead and matte my photo. I used the light side of the linen cardstock. I thought that that matched the silver good, and it just enhanced the photo. So we're going to adhere this photo, center it from side to side, but it's going to hang down a little bit off of that pattern paper. And then I have a banner piece, and I'm just checking here. I wonder if I should have, I think we'll line that up just like that. So that's going to go there with the title, and then we're going to have this 1/2 circle that will have some more title to it. And actually, let's put this up just a little bit. And I'm going to adhere that flat. We're not going to use 3D foam tape for that. So we'll put this, make sure my base page is straight. And we'll put that right there like that. And then our half circle is also cut in that linen, and I'm using the light side. So it's not a stark white, but it's not gray. And we're going to put that right in the center. And then I did cut my title there, and then I have the black and the white, and I'll adhere the black onto the white. And again, this was with the linen on the light side, so we'll put that right in there like that. And this was cut on the Cricut. And again, I am going to adhere these just flat with my adhesive. Okay, so our title is on, and this was a free font on Cricut Design Space, and it's called the Short Stuff font. So we've got our title, but then what I wanted to do here is put Eras Tour, and I thought I would use my black letter stickers from the Story by Stacy short story kit. Originally, I was going to have this cut in that glitter paper, like we're going to do on the corresponding page, but it's really hard to get things to stick to glitter. So I went ahead and switched it out to that. And we'll go ahead and we will put, I'm trying to decide if I should do Eras Tour or Taylor Swift. I think we'll just do Eras Tour, and I'm going to start with the tour. And you know what, before we do that, I think I want my circle, my half circle, to go a little bit under, so it's not as big as, it's not as wide. So I think I like that. All right, and then we will go ahead. I'm going to do the word tour first. And I am going to kind of rotate my letters so they're not perfectly straight. Oops. And let's see if I centered that. I think it needs to go over just a little bit more. So I didn't press down hard on the stickers, so I'm just kind of playing with them. I lightly laid them down, and that's why I am able to peel them up. So I was, all right, we've got our title there, and then I am going to pull in one of my nesting color block triangles. So this started out as a square, and then I cut it in half. And as I mentioned, I will demonstrate how I made those at the end of this video if anybody is interested in learning how to do that. So I'm gonna stick this right about here. So I'm lining it up with the bottom of the banner with that line right there. So that's going to go there. I have a cardstock square that we're going to put our journaling in, and I think I might handwrite that. And then I've got another little triangle with those nesting squares, and that I think I'm going to put right here like so. And then my bracket that I colored with the paint pen will go right here in the center of that journaling. I think I like how that is looking. And then we'll add some embellishments once we get the second page done. All right, so I have this all adhered down, and then I'm going to go back and I'll do my journaling and add that later. But I'm going to put this aside and we're going to start working on the right side. So I already matted my photo. And one thing I forgot to mention, I am doing another Story by Stacy story deck layout, and so I drew this card, this hand, where the ready was friendship, so I am talking about my daughter's friendship, and then the set card was dates, and what I'm talking about is the May 21st, 2023, when they went to the concert, and May 21st, 2014, when they had their last dance recital together. I love doing pages like this where you're taking the same date from different years, or taking photos of the same people over a span of years. It just, when I use the story deck, I feel like I'm creating more meaningful pages. The bonus was an interactive, so we're going to put that interactive element together in just a minute. And the go was lots of photos. So I'm using a variety of photos on my layout. So let's go ahead and start by adhering our pattern paper. And we are going to line that up a 1/2 inch in from the left side and a 1/2 inch down, just like we did on the left side. So that looks about right. And then I have my photo here, and we have some more of our nesting color blocks. And so that one, this is going to go right here like this. I'm going to put it a little bit down. And then this 4x6 photo will go about like right here. So we're seeing a little bit of that color. And then this corner piece will go right here like this. So then our interactive element will go like this, and our tag will slide in here like this, and then I have another half circle that will be our pull tab, and the pull tab will stick out a little bit from the top of our page protector so we can pull it. So what we are going to do is take the backing off of our frame here, and it's going to go down. I'm going to put it so that it's even with this photo, but in the center of the pattern paper. And I love how this Periwinkle glitter paper matches with this. And then this will slide in just like this. And then we can take this picture, and I'm going to put this right in here. So the girls made bracelets for each of the Taylor Swift eras. So that's going to go right here, and that opening is my guide to where to place the photo. And then I can pull it out. So then what we can do is put this photo right here, and then I cut another photo, and we can put this down here. Or you can add journaling, you know, there's so many different things you can do. Okay, so I have all of this adhered down, and now I'm going to adhere this photo right here. Now, because I'm adhering it to glitter cardstock, I went ahead and used the red line tape so that the photo will stick to the glitter. And I am just lining that up so there's about a 1/2 inch border all the way around. And then we're going to take our other half circle and I'm going to put some adhesive on the front and the back. And I'm going to make sure to use the light side on the front. So I'm just going to put some adhesive right here. And you know what I'm thinking? I think I'm going to use some red line tape just because this is going to be the pull tab. All right, so now I'm going to adhere my pull tab, my semicircle, to the back of the tab. And I did use the red line because with people pulling on it, but I just want to make sure that I like how much is going to be sticking out. I think I'm going to, no, I think that's good. We're going to go ahead and go like that. So I'll press that down. And then we'll have just that little bit sticking out. And then we're going to take our black stickers again. And I will use my numbers. And we'll put the date, which is 2023. And then in my journaling, I will talk about on this day, May 21st in 2023, compared to the same date in 2014. Okay, so I like how that looks. And then we can take this other piece that we colored with the silver metallic marker, paint marker. I think it's a little bit tacky still, so I'm going to wait to adhere it, but that's going to go right there so that love sticks out, it pops out with the background of that photo. So that will go there. And then I have some more arrows from that Flower Shop collection, and I think I'm going to put this arrow here like this, so it's going to kind of draw our eye back to the other page. And then these two arrows we can stick right here and here, and I'm going to keep them white. And then I thought we could add some of the dots. I pulled we've got the purple dots and we've got blue dots, and I even brought black and white dots. So let's go ahead and adhere our acrylic shapes. Okay, so I added some more dots there, and I think we will finish this off by adding a dot right here, and then another one on the other side. I can get it off the carrier sheet and put that one right here. I like these dots because they're not too bulky, so they won't add a lot of bulk to your scrapbook page. And then this will slide like this. Okay, I have made some changes. Have you ever done that? Started to create something, you walk away, take a break, and then come back and have some new ideas? That's exactly what happened to me. So in our story deck cards that we dealt, the Go card was lots of photos, and I felt like I needed to add some more photos. So I went ahead and printed some more out from back in 2014. And we're going to add those to the layout. So I took up this photo. I picked it up from the glitter paper. And what I'm thinking I'm going to do is take a flip flap. These are the 4x6 flip flaps. What I love about them is you get 5 with the sticky adhesive on the long side, and then you get 5 with the sticky adhesive on the short side. So we're going to, let's see, we're going to put, I think I'm going to put this here like this with this picture because they're just too cute. And then for right here, I went ahead and found a Picture My Life card from the current Co-Set collection. And I love this sentiment. Life is made up of moments. So I was thinking I could put that there. And then I could have this picture and this picture like this with a flip flap that opens like this. And then this cute little 3x4 could go right here. So that is what I am thinking, and then that will cover the card, lots of photos. So when I add my pictures to my flip flaps, I do actually like to add a little bit of adhesive and stick the pictures, adhere them together back to back. So that way there's no sliding around, and then we can flip or slip this in here. And then this will get stuck down like this. I'm going to go ahead and stick this Picture My Life card to the glitter cardstock. I did already put some red line tape on the back so that that will stick. And then I'll do the same thing for this one. Now when you do this, you want to make sure, because it's going to flip up, you want to make sure that the pictures, one side is going one way and the other side is going the other. So I'll get that in the flip flap and I'll be right back. All right, so my pictures are now in the flip flaps, and I actually adhered my acrylic pieces directly on top of the flip flaps using liquid glue. Added this 3x4 photo down here, and while we're waiting for the acrylic shapes to dry, I just thought I would show you the Co-Set Picture My Life card. So this is a collection that is available right now, and the Picture My Life cards come in horizontal as well as vertical. And the one that I chose for this layout, Life is Made Up of Moments, I thought that was perfect. One, the colors match perfectly, and that sentiment was great. And I already did my journaling, so there wasn't a whole lot left to say, but I needed a space to fill in there. So the Picture My Life cards also come with 3x4, and again, they are horizontal and vertical, and each side is a different color scheme. So these work great for pocket scrapbooking, card making, and as embellishments for scrapbooking. So that is where I got that card. I went ahead and adhered that with the red line tape so that it would stick. And now we're going to go ahead and put this page in the page protector. I have shared in previous videos how to alter a page protector when you have the flip flaps attached to the page. And I thought, you know what, I forgot to adhere this picture again. So let me quick do that. I thought that I would just demonstrate how easy it is to use the flip flaps directly on top of your page protector. I don't really have a preference on whether I adhere the page protectors to the top of the page protector or if I alter the page protector so the flip flap is peeking through. But I haven't demonstrated this in a while, so I thought I would adhere the flip flap right to the top of the page. So you saw I pulled that white strip off, and then you have that sticky tape, and it is sticky. So I am going to line this up and then press down and then press down again. And now you have your flip flap. And I adhered that acrylic shape directly onto the photo on this one. Now on this one, I adhered the acrylic shape to the top of the page protector. It's still wet, but we're gonna go ahead and put this right up here and line it up. These flip flaps are the best invention. It allows you to have a lot of photo and or story on your page. So there we have it. I like the addition to that. I'll move my Versamat out of the way. My little half circle here is sticking up just far enough that you know to, sorry, it was snagged, to slide this up. And that works perfectly. And then we've got this and this. And then here is the corresponding page. Now I do have a question for you. At the beginning of this video, when I was working on this, there was a mistake. I want to know who can tell me what the mistake was in the beginning of the video. Please share in the comments. Now I'm going to stop the camera and I'll come right back and I'm going to teach you how to do those nesting color blocks. All right, now I'm going to show you how to create this color block nesting squares. I have a piece of my 4-inch masking tape and I am going to just stick down that largest square that I have, and I cut the squares out on the Cricut in a variety of colors that matched my layout. So I just used the same collection. And I have to give a shout out to Susan Williams. She is a fellow maker and she actually taught this to me. And it is a great way to use up your cardstock and enhance your projects. At first, I didn't think I wasn't so gung-ho about this, but I love how it all came together on my layout. So you can see these squares are just nesting together one by one. And you can use as many colors as you want, and you can, be strategic about the order of the colors, or you can just mix and match, which is kind of what I did. I'm missing a square. And it was kind of fun to see them all come together. Here it is. Now, one thing that Susan taught me is when you cut these out of the Cricut, make sure that you have them. I have pencil marks and they're all going the same way so that they all fit in together. So what that means is when I cut them out, I drew pencil marks where the top was. So then the pencil mark is always on the top of each of the squares. Then what I'm going to do is take simple packaging tape and I am just going to put it right over the nesting squares, and that is just holding it together. And then working on your all-purpose mat is a perfect way to do this because you don't have to worry about ruining your surface. Then I'm going to peel off my masking tape just like this, and then we can trim the edges of the tape. So I'm just trimming the last edge like this, and then you can leave them like this and then pull them out whenever you feel like using them. This is a great activity to do while you're sitting on the couch or driving in a car. This is one I did the other day, and it's all put together with the packing tape, so you can see the pencil lines that I have. And that was just so that I knew the top of the square of each of the different colors, and they all nest together. But now I have these, and then you can put them in the trimmer, cut them into triangles, and then smaller triangles. You can even run this through your die cut machine and use it with thin cuts if you want shapes. But showing you my page again, you can see how I cut the big square in half to create that triangle, and then cut that triangle in half again to get the smaller triangle here. And then on this page, there's another one of the big triangles, and then a smaller triangle here. And it just really adds to the page, gives it a lot of color. I think that this style would work great on a lot of masculine layouts as well. But I think we did good with our story deck. So let's just review it again. The ready card was friendships. So we're talking all about these little girls and their friendship growing up, and all grown up here. The set was dates. So here is the date of the concert as well as the same date 9 years prior. We've got the go card, which is lots of photos, and I think we covered that. And then the bonus card was interactive, and we have interactive like this, interactive like that. Move that down, so like that. Move my color blocks out of the way so it's less confusing. So we have it like that, and then we've got our pull tab here that has interactive elements as well. So hope you enjoyed that. Hope you try some of these techniques. Maybe the paint pen around the edges just gives it a little bit of a different look than if you were using a sponge and an ink pad. And then the color blocks is another fun tip to try. And again, leave a comment if you discovered the little mistake that was happening on this layout at the beginning of the video. Thanks so much. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like it, and share it, and that just helps me to grow my YouTube channel, and I appreciate your support, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.